So we're here in Chengdu for one night only. We came because I'm starting the process of getting my new work visa, which is so fun. And we need a physical, and we have to get a physical at a specific place. And that's among a 2-page checklist of paperwork that I need to prepare. And this is why I don't change jobs that often, because I forget, because it sucks so much. But like, I don't live here in China. So when I change jobs, my visa is tied to my job, so then I have to change the visa. So that's part of the adventure this weekend. Going through this process every time makes me think, I mean, I definitely wish it was easier, but should it be easier? Does the Chinese government owe me to make it easier for me to live and work here? And around the world, it's hard to live and work in a country different from the one you were born in. And is that right? I have strong political feelings on this. In that I'm probably a proponent of more open immigration than most people. It's a modern, and passports and just keeping people out of, well, okay, 2 different concepts here. Keeping people out of your in-group area, I think, has like been human nature since we were humans. But passports are a relatively new invention. I read this great book, Across Asia on a Bicycle, or Across China on a Bicycle. It's about these 2 British guys. It's an autobiography of, it's an autobiography of 2 Brits who bicycled across Asia in the early 1900s. And what they had to do was just like, they had like letters of invitation from people, and they kind of just had to meet with the dominant guy in each place and be like, is it okay if we ride our bikes across your land? And sometimes it's like, well, my mom knows your mom's uncle's best friends, blah, blah, blah. So let us come into your land. And it was just a total ad hoc. I don't know. I like the idea of traveling the world and having the world as my home. And I hate bureaucracy, so that's my platform. Open immigration for all. So the process has been different every time. And add to that, there's like an official way and an unofficial way. I don't know if maybe we're in Luzhou, so I've been able to like fudge some. Not that I'm fudging anything. There's no deception, but some of the requirements, the actuality is less strict than what they asked for initially. When we got here, it was 10 years ago, and the process is only changed to be additive, not like less paperwork is needed. But we were kind of like showed up and like sign some papers, sign some more papers, sign some papers. Do you have these papers? No, it's okay. You work here now. And now there's like, I have to have things authenticated by the consulate in New York, blah, blah, blah. It's a pain in the butt. But so like the piece of the puzzle, the quest cup that we're achieving tomorrow is we're going to get our physical, which we're supposed to get a physical every year, I think, someone told us. And we've definitely let it slide. And then some years, non-consecutively, we could do it at a hospital in Luzhou. But now we have to come to Chengdu because it's the official place to get your physical. So it's all stuff like that. It's all stuff. It's not hard to do, but it's annoying to do. Oh, and this was it. This is the level of paperwork that it's at now. If we were to come brand new to China starting now, I don't know that I would have done it. I think I would have looked at this 2-page list of you need all these paperwork. Some of it is a month-long quest to get it authenticated. And I would have said, well, maybe another country is easier. And I've heard bratty people phrase it as like, if China wanted more teachers, it'd make it easier. But maybe China doesn't want more teachers, I don't know. And I jumped through all those hoops, albeit one at a time.
Do you think it makes it safer or better or anything?
I think passport laws just make it more work. I don't think they contribute to safety. I'm not looking for a debate about that, that's just what I think. So I did my physical. It's always something of a cattle call. But this time, the facility in Chengdu has been additioned into a coronavirus testing and vaccination site. So it wasn't super busy with foreigners getting physicals because we are a vanishing breed, but it was super busy with people getting vaccinations. And I thought about getting a vaccine, but I couldn't navigate that. I was all by myself. It was a little bit stressful. I find bureaucracy very stressful. But it was fine, as it always is. One of the doctors hit me in the knee with a stethoscope because I wasn't sitting the way she wanted. She was like, bing bong, which means like feet together, and I just wasn't like reacting fast enough for her, so she whacked me in the knee, and I'll always hold a grudge. And something else funny happened. Oh, I got the bad phlebotomist, so I got a little bruising here, and she had to try a couple times before she got me. And the EKG machine I got hooked up to then broke while I was hooked up to it. So it was not without event, but you know, it's fair. That's how it goes sometimes. And when I say I wouldn't do this if I knew how hard it was, I mean that about, not that it's not worth it, but I kind of mean that about everything. And maybe everybody feels that way. Like when you're standing at the bottom of the mountain, if you can see the top of the mountain clearly, it feels impossibly far away. That's any task like this, any great undertaking. You have to take it step by step, or you're just going to be like, I can't do this. Which feels especially sheepish to say when it's just like, you just got to fill out all these forms. I mean, that's what it is. You just got to fill out all these forms. And I'm working on it. Chinese people have to get this physical too. And maybe not everyone, but I know, like, in certain situations we've gone to our local hospital, and it was a bunch of, like, I think students have to get it, or if you're joining the military, and maybe certain professions. Like in America, if you join the military, you have to pass a physical, but otherwise you just, for your health, you should go every year, but many people don't because our insurance is a mess. In America, the first time we got this Chinese physical, because at the time you were allowed to get this examination done in your home country by your home doctor, which I don't know if this is true anymore, but I also don't care because I don't have to do it in America. But so the questionnaire includes a question like, is the patient psychotic? And I remember this doctor, it wasn't our regular doctor because I don't think I really went to a regular doctor in America. But she was like, she read, is the patient psychotic? And she looked at me and she goes, how would I know? Are you psychotic? And I was like, no, you could put no. But I just thought that was really funny.